What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fresh Invite podcast. First day back since COVID and everything. I got a special last-minute guest, actually, named Brian Calvillo, MMA fighter, power lifter, motherfucking mechanic, big man. Tell me about yourself.
Well, just normal guy, loves training, loves, improving physically, mentally, spiritually even.
Yeah,
just
for sure.
Everything that I can improve.
I met this guy through jiu-jitsu, actually. We go to the same gym, Manteca Gracie Academy. And we were supposed to have Sammy Alvarez on the podcast. Couldn't do that. Yeah, the motherfucking alley cat. But he couldn't make it. And so then I was like, oh, shoot. I still wanted to record a podcast. And so I put something up on Instagram within minutes. Brian hits me up and I was like, okay, for sure. I got it. It's perfect. It's another MMA fighter anyway, regardless. Another
same team
enthusiast.
Too.
So I actually wanted to ask you who, because for me, who got me into watching MMA was the Diaz brothers and BJ Penn. So you, who not even just watching it, but actually competing in MMA, what was it for you?
To be honest with you, it goes back to football actually.
Okay, for sure.
What happened was I was a football player and I was chasing it, and it was getting to the point where I stopped having opportunities in it, and I had to get to the point where I was like, either I keep trying in football and wasting my time, or I try something else. And everybody was like, well, you love to hit, you pretty rough dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Try MMA. So I was at the gym one time. Oh, you're gonna love this story. I was at the gym at Cal Fit, which was right, not even across the street, just across the parking lot from the jiu-jitsu gym, and I Googled it, and I saw that it was within walking distance. So I walked over there, and the first day that I went there, a guy named Sean, he's a brown belt now. Have you ever met Sean?
I don't think I've ever met Sean. No.
Well, he was one of the first guys with Darren.
There you go. There you go.
Good. Yeah, he was one of the first guys with Darren, and he's man. Really good jiu-jitsu guy. Okay, for sure. Really killer leg locks. And that's what he's known for.
Pain in the ass.
Dude, yeah, his leg locks are insane. But as soon as I get there, I was like, hey man, I saw you guys are practicing jiu-jitsu. Can I try it out? And as he's walking in with a tray of food, he goes, yeah man, come try it out. You want some food? And I was like, I'm not ready today, but I'll come back. He's like, yeah, come back whenever.
For sure.
So that was my first experience. I was like, okay, these guys are pretty cool. They're offering me food on the first day.
Yeah.
So, and then I got into it, and everybody was just so, what's it called? So helpful and so, awesome that it kind of became like a family after a while too. So
well, that's one thing I noticed for sure, because especially going into just gyms in general, whether it's lifting or martial arts, there's always people that are low key, you can see in their eyes they're sizing you up, you know what I mean? And walking into Darren's, it was just kind of I didn't feel judged. I was nervous as hell, dude. I was like, I know I'm not gonna do good, but it's just they definitely have that feel there. It's very welcoming.
Especially, I've gone to other gyms, and I'm not saying other gyms are bad or anything, but especially there, I feel like jiu-jitsu is already a place where a lot of egos out the door. You know what I mean?
Egos die.
Yeah, you get a few people in other, in some places that are kind of like that, but as far as our gym, I still haven't experienced any ego people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. Honestly,
that's the biggest thing about jiu-jitsu that I love and MMA, that there's not a lot of room for ego.
Yeah, well, dude, you get humbled hella quick. Yeah, dude, Darren is probably 90 pounds smaller than me, and he destroys me. He literally destroys me.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You want to talk about humbling experience? So when I decided to go and train jiu-jitsu, I just got done powerlifting. As far as to compete, you know what I mean? Not just training that day. I was
But did you just train that day too?
No. When I first went in there, I think I went in there fresh just so I could have energy and stuff. But that time period, I was the strongest probably in a long time. Okay, for sure. That I've been. So I was very strong. I was very confident. Okay, I'm not gonna tap nobody out because I don't know anything, but I'm not gonna get tapped out. I'm just too strong, right? Dude, Zeke, the little 15-year-old Zeke.
Zeke tapped
Zeke
you?
was a 15-year-old kid, and he was tapping me out.
He taps the fuck out of me.
Gave me a humble sandwich right
Really?
right away.
No, bro. He taps me. How long has he been doing it, you know?
Oh, he's been doing it for a while, man. Because he was there before I even got there, and he was 15 when he started. I think he's like 22 now.
Yeah, I think we're about the same age.
Right? So
yeah,
he was very young when he was a little kid, little teenage kid.
So how old were you? I don't know how old you are.
I'm 28 now. I believe I was like 24 when I started.
Okay,
24,
for sure.
yeah, 24.
The scary thing about you, especially for people like me, because I've been signed up for maybe 8 months, but only actually been rolling because of COVID and everything for like 4. Mm-hmm. And so for me, it was like what you said, like using strength, like especially when I first got there. I could use my strength to defend submissions as much as I could. Yeah. But going and rolling up against you is out the fucking window. Yeah. Because you not only know technique, you have the strength to, you know what I mean?
It's a pretty
like,
cool, yeah. It's a
good double thing, bro. Like
it's cool having that as backup when you get into, situation. You're not supposed to use strength, but there's some times where you're just like, screw it, I'm just gonna go for it. Is that my phone?
I think it is.
It's
a random number.
You could just hit whatever button. Yeah, so
sure.
That way. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey,
but
it happens.
Yeah. So what was I say? Oh yeah. But the man, I tell you what, it was not easy learning how to separate the strength to make way for the technique.
Yeah. No, for sure. I can only imagine.
Yeah. It was really hard because the thing about it is when you get in those situations, you're not just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna turn off my strength and I'm only gonna use technique. Like when you're in the middle of a choke, you're kind of anxious to get out of that.
Yeah, no,
so you're gonna
real.
Do whatever you can to
even if it's just rolling, dude. Like, yeah, like I get into it.
yeah. So it took a lot. Shout out to JR Cardona because he was a black belt from Tracy.
Oh, I rolled with him recently.
Yeah, dude, that guy.
Open mat, right?
Yeah, open mat jiu-jitsu. Oh, yeah. So, but he was a really good help for me as far as with my body size and my strength and everything because he would make because that dude's strong too. That dude was
he's strong as hell.
So I couldn't just power out of it. I had to learn technique and he basically forced me to. So
he probably.
I've been blessed.
I rolled with him for 5 minutes, one round. He probably took my back like 6 times. And then tapped me like 7.
Yeah, that guy. He's not as what's it called? What's the word? Like when you bounce around or.
Oh, he doesn't nimble? Play with you or nothing.
No,
or what do you mean?
Like nimble, like he doesn't move around too much.
Okay, yeah.
He's just kind of like he's a little bit more stationary. Like Darren's like, bro, you try to throw Darren off or something, like he'll just like move. All around.
No, he's a snake, you know what I mean? Sure, dude.
With him, it's a little bit different. Like he doesn't move as much, but he'll move you wherever he wants you to.
For sure.
So that's the crazy thing about him.
So when do you ever plan? I think I'm pretty sure I've asked you this before. Like, do you ever plan on coming back?
I do. I probably take a few MMA fights. Depending on how things go, I definitely would still want to keep competing jiu-jitsu. I would still like to. For sure, yeah. Jiu-jitsu would probably be my biggest thing that I'd like to. I trained a lot of standing, or boxing and stuff with JC.
He's a good coach.
Yeah. And shout out to JC. But I started off doing jiu-jitsu, and jiu-jitsu has always been my bread and butter. So. I think that I would definitely still compete. I'm trying to compete in jiu-jitsu, and depending on how, after getting married, it's a little bit harder.
Yeah, it's definitely.
But I definitely want to take a couple fights before I completely hang it up, and I gotta give it a couple more runs.
Yeah, cause when was your last fight? Like 2017, 16?
I'd say about 18. 2018.
2018 was last fight or like your last jiu-jitsu tournament?
Oh, jiu-jitsu tournament was last year actually.
Oh, okay, for sure.
And I need to drop weight because I've always gone at heavyweight, and there's only a few guys at heavyweight. So
before I asked you for the picture, I googled you. How much did you weigh when you first started doing it? Because you looked pretty fucking shredded.
Yeah. When I started, I was like 230. I'm up to like 70 now.
Okay, for sure.
So you know what I mean. I gotta cut down a lot to get down to, because the way that jiu-jitsu, because MMA's it's either heavyweight all the way up to 265 or 205 is the next light heavyweight, right? Amateur, you got 230, which is catch or cruiserweight.
Yeah.
But if I fight again, I'm hopefully would like to fight professionally. You know what I mean? So I'd probably just stay at heavyweight, just because 205 seems a little bit out of my range.
Cut, bro.
You know what I mean? Cut. I don't know how. What's that one fighter that went from heavyweight to light heavyweight to 185?
Jared Cannonier.
Yeah, dude. That, I don't know how that guy did that, man.
It's crazy. He is so cut, dude. He's hella shredded now,
dude.
But
he got the secret, man. He needs to start selling videos or something.
Bro.
I don't know how he did that, but I probably fight at heavyweight. But for jiu-jitsu, it's you got heavyweight up to 265, and then the next cutoff is 230. So I can get down to 230. You know, I feel like I can get there.
Who was it? I think he was on the Contender Series, but he started with jiu-jitsu and he really wanted to do a tournament, and he ended up dropping like 100 pounds in like 6 months. He was like 310 and dropped down to 210. I forgot his name, but yeah, dude, he was one of those dudes that was also hella shredded.
Oh, is that the guy that was like, fighting saved my life or something like that?
Probably, I don't know. So I could imagine. I heard about something like that. Yeah, because like it wasn't like he was some big freaking strong man or nothing. Like he was legitimately just like incredibly overweight. Yeah. You know.
He was, because I think it had to be that guy, because he was talking about like he was just like on the couch not doing anything. And then
like a
training.
David Goggins type of dude.
Yeah.
David Goggins crazy.
Dude, his mindset is just...
He's probably the most...
razor sharp mindset.
That takes... I don't even know, man. That's a different breed of person.
Yeah. the thing with David Goggins, I feel like, is like... Before he even got to the SEALs, right? Mm-hmm. What he had to do to just even get there already puts you in a different mindset.
Sure.
And then once you get there... You go through the whole SEAL, training. What is that called? The
which one?
Where like before you make it as a SEAL, that you have to you get sent out to like
I forgot.
Buds or something like that. Is it Buds or
I don't know. You get somewhere in like the snow, right, or something like that.
No. It's like somewhere in Southern California. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we could. I could be completely. You might not even be a SEAL or something. I don't know. But whatever training, I know it's like the hardest like, military training, and to go from already having the hard mindset to going to that just puts it in a whole different kind of category.
For sure.
So that guy just, man, it's crazy.
He's a savage. He's definitely someone I feel like you should just listen to. Like I haven't listened to his audiobook, but I remember on the Joe Rogan podcast, that's actually how I discovered him. I remember literally listening to it at work and just like wanting to go home and run. You know what I mean? Like it amps you up, dude. Like it's crazy.
It makes you stop wanting to give excuses for things.
Yeah, like, for sure.
You know, like it's just like
it literally like he makes you not even feel bad. He literally makes you like
feel good. Like
realize like what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah. Like because I feel like everyone on the inside is like damn, like I feel like I could be doing this, or I feel like I could be, So when you hear that, it's like, okay, so yeah, I'm right. I can do this. I should be doing this.
Yeah.
Like, he kind of reinforces you instead of breaking you down. Like, oh, you're worthless for not doing it. It's just kind of like, you can do it. I did it.
Yeah. It's just dudes like him that like he's a fucking leader. You know what I mean? Like there's people that need that guidance. Like I need that guidance. You know what I mean? Like no matter who it is, I'm going to see who can teach me better,
Yeah.
Whether the size or whatever. I mean, shoot, my boxing coach is Richard Perez. He's like 5'5".
Yeah.
I'm fucking 6'3". Like I'm towering over these guys that I know can beat my ass, and I'm taking all this knowledge from them because I feel like people got to also just put pride aside. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
that discipline, you know?
In order for you to grow, you got to be able to just say, hey, dude, like, I suck, I need to work on this.
Yeah. I feel like that's another thing, like you said, like, ego deaths and everything in jiu-jitsu. But, like, so, like, would you say for you doing martial arts, like, that definitely taught you more discipline? Like...
it taught me a lot of things. It taught me a lot of discipline in life, believe it or not. And And especially at a time where I really needed it, where I was transitioning from like being a kid at my parents' house and to an adult and having to deal with adult things and freaking out about like this and that and panicking and this is going wrong and that is going wrong. Jiu-jitsu really taught me how to like, relax. If I need to tap out. Don't be afraid to tap out. Take your loss, start over, learn from it, keep going. You know what I mean? And relax. Like like the biggest example I give is like when you're stuck in the middle of a choke, the worst thing you can do is freak out. You'll open up, get tighter. The more you relax and slowly try to breathe and try to hold it, most of the time they'll get tired. And like I said, if you get to the point where you need to tap. But sometimes if you just relax, you can get out. You can get out of a lot of tough situations. So it can translate to life too. You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
You freak out in life, you're just gonna make it harder. Like if you just relax, breathe, go through the process, tap out when you need to, but just
let it flow.
You'll get out of tough situations sooner than you think you will.
For sure. So I wanted to ask this question to whether it's any boxer, MMA guy, whatever. So you would be heavyweight, like you said. Yeah. If there's some dude in the top 15 in the UFC right now that you think you could take, which one is it? I'll literally pull up the rankings right now. I probably should have done that.
Top 15 heavyweight?
Yeah, UFC heavyweights.
Or who I don't think I could take any of them, to be honest with you, but I'll tell you who I'd like to fight.
Okay, who?
Now I got to think about that. Let me see.
All right, so for heavyweight, we got... You want me to start ranking your champ to down to 15 or 15 to champ?
Let's start from champ. So,
all right, so Stipe Miocic.
Yeah.
She got poke his eyes. You know what
I'm
saying? Francis Ngannou.
No. I like my brain.
Yeah. Curtis Blades.
Nah.
It's all ground game.
Yeah.
Jairzinho Rosenstrike.
I'm not sure who that is, to be honest with you. Is he the Russian dude that just won?
No, he's the one who just got like... he beat Alistair Overeem literally in the last like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
and then got destroyed by Ngannou in like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Ngannou, man.
That dude's a beast. In the past, I think like year, his fights have only added up to like a minute and a half.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
He's had like 4 fights. Okay, Derek Lewis.
I'd fight Derek Lewis.
You fight Derek
That'd
Lewis?
Be kind of fun.
For sure.
We'd probably be laughing about stuff the whole time.
Alistair Overeem.
Nah, he's pretty.
He's pretty damn good.
He's old, but his stand up is nasty.
Dude, his ground game is nasty.
Yeah,
People sleep on it.
Yeah,
he has almost 20 submission wins.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really, yeah.
Wow.
He's very accomplished in kickboxing, but it's left on.
The thing about him is he's had years and years of just being in the business. You know, you're bound to pick up on some stuff.
For real. And I feel like... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like... like mixed martial arts altogether. Like I feel like the future of MMA is going to be so advanced.
Oh, dude, it's already
getting there. But Alistair Overeem, I feel like was one of the earliest guys like from a young age because he was probably like at like 17 when he started like going pro, right? Like in kickboxing.
Yeah, he was in Pride. I think it was. He said he did kickboxing. And then he got into Pride as far as. He was in Pride very young. Yeah. Which was crazy because that means he already had his kickboxing career.
Yeah, damn.
That's insane. He started very. That's kind of one of the things that I love. I love football. Football has always been like my.
See, I don't know
my first love.
Football. I can't even.
I love football. Was my first love.
Is your water?
No, this one's mine's over here. But I kind of wish that I would have evolved with the sport of MMA. Started off just doing MMA from a young age. I feel like I would have been able to, because football's tough because it's a team thing.
I was just about to say that. Yeah,
and there's a season, and you can only play in college or in, you know what I mean. MMA is like you can train whenever, wherever, fight wherever. Do whatever. It's on you.
There's no one holding you back. Yeah, it's all on you.
Yeah, so I wish I would have known, or started MMA sooner than I did.
Yeah, for real.
Or at least jiu-jitsu. Yeah. At least jiu-jitsu.
Honestly, jiu-jitsu is a big one for me too.
Yeah.
I wish I would have started. I wish I took advantage of it, like being younger.
I had my. You know what's funny? I had a neighbor that would train out of his garage, train jiu-jitsu. And I was like, he'd like, oh, come train. He'd always tell me to go train with him.
Whatever.
I'm like, nah, man, I'm training for football.
That's gay. Full guard, that's gay. Huh?
Nah,
Look like they're having sex.
It wasn't even, to be honest with you, what it was is that I was so scared to like lose weight for football.
Okay.
That I was just, because football, you got to be big and strong. And
it's very cardio intensive.
Yeah, that too.
Jiu-jitsu, so that'll kill you.
Yeah, it was pretty, I was trying to keep that size for football.
Mm-hmm.
So
Alexander Volkov. That's the Russian dude I think you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, no, that dude's bad too. Who did he just, what was his last fight?
Walt Harris. The Gaethje Khabib card.
Probably not.
Volkov, his striking's pretty damn good. He knocked out Verdum. Yeah. He knocked out Verdum.
That's who it was. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that was nasty too.
Yeah. Junior Dos Santos. JDS. Kane killer. Actually,
I'd try to take it to him for Kane.
Yeah.
I'd try to take it to him for Kane. I probably fell, but...
Dude, watching Kane fight Ngannou was like watching my dad get beat up. You know what I mean? Like,
bro.
the
way that if he would have lost like later on, that would have been something.
But his knee buckled, and then Ngannou just he got rocked. He got knocked out, bro.
Yeah,
he got
I'm pretty sure he got knocked out.
I just feel like the knee buckle added more to it.
Yeah.
Like, he's not getting up.
Well, I think what it was is that he got knocked out. When he got knocked out, he fell on it wrong. On already injured knee.
That's exactly.
So then it was just like there was no hope.
Yeah, exactly. So. It's like, maybe he can grab a leg. He was done.
He's done.
Yeah. He was worried about his leg, not grab his leg. All right, who is this guy? Who are you, Shamil? Oh, this dude, Shamil
I can't believe I don't know these heavyweights.
Heavyweight division is very young and slow right now.
He just lost recently.
Oh, he fought he's fighting Derek Lewis.
Who
did he lose? Who did he lose to?
I'm pretty sure he just lost recently.
He must have lost. Yeah, he lost the Blades. Yeah, he lost the Blades. Curtis Blades.
That dude's bad too.
Curtis Blades, he's a freaking beast. His wrestling's hella good.
Yeah.
Okay, Augusto Sakai. You heard of Augusto Sakai? He just lost to Alistair Overeem. Like, just lost to him. He's pretty good. He's a pretty good striker.
He's dang. I was hoping he would win that fight too.
Same. I actually really like Augusto Sakai.
Is he a Mexican dude? Was he or
no? I think he's Brazilian. Yeah, he's Brazilian.
Brazilian.
Answered my question right away. Just Brazilian flag.
Yeah, because that I was hoping that guy would win, but
I like him.
He was a cool guy.
So you think you'd take him?
I think I'd have. Again, if I was trained and more, because I got, I'm not under any illusion that I can beat a. If I train, I feel like I can give him a run for his money.
For sure. Alexei Oleinik. Now this is gonna be you're gonna need to work on your ground game. The boa constrictor. You know what I'm talking about? 59 and 13.
Oh, that's the older guy, right?
Yeah, he's pretty older.
I would for sure fight him.
Really?
Just to get the jiu-jitsu. You can't turn down the jiu-jitsu.
Also, yeah,
ground game like that,
dude. Now I think about it, you always get me in an Ezekiel.
Yeah, that's right, bro. Yeah. That's it. That was his move.
That
was his move. I stole that from him. I saw that, and I've gotten it a few times like he did from my back.
Yeah, which is fucking insane.
Yeah, honestly. Dude, I love that move.
Yeah, no, that thing's insane, dude. Because I actually just learned it from Top Mount. So Darren just learned. Hey, so watch out, boy. Let's see. Walt Harris. He's the one that just lost to Alexander Volkov. The big ticket Walt Harris. His that
dude's a wild power puncher. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
See, I wouldn't. I'd
save your brain.
Yeah, I'd save my brain.
The grapplers.
I'd fight the grapplers.
I don't blame you. If anything, I think Alexei Oleinik would not be a bad fight, man. Sergey Pavlovich. This guy must for sure up and coming.
Yeah, he's probably. Dang, the heavyweight division is kind of.
It's young, dude.
Kind of, yeah.
It's like the old heads are at the top right now, but I think soon enough, the young people are about to drown it out.
Well, John Jones is going up there.
That's right. I'm curious for that because it's
I would
not
like to have a jiu-jitsu match with him.
John Jones, a grappling match. Yeah, that'd be sick. John Jones, he was the first person to take down DC
Yeah, that's
his
right.
wrestling is crazy, man. He's crafty.
Yeah, I think his ground game gets his ground game is very underrated. Like,
yeah, like people when they don't think about, oh, John Jones is a grappler. They think it like he's kind of like a point striker. You know, he doesn't have a lot of knockouts, but he's very like
he's a very intelligent. Yeah. He knows when to strike, how to strike.
Yeah,
you know when to move, how to move. But nobody really talks about he does jiu-jitsu matches too.
Submission Underground.
Yeah, Ben Henderson, not Ben.
Dan
Henderson. Yeah,
that one.
Dan
Henderson was kind of stupid for taking that because John Jones is so much bigger than him.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, man, I hope that Dan knows how to, you know.
He's a good wrestler. He's a good wrestler. I'll give him that for sure. That's the one thing that like I don't know, dude. I want to learn that more too. Is like pure wrestling because it's I feel like jiu-jitsu and wrestling is like a snake versus a bear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man. All that shit interests me so much.
I think as far like, do you mean like jiu-jitsu versus wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
like, no, I'm just saying, yeah, like it's like a bear, like wrestling's like a bear and jiu-jitsu is like a snake.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
That's how I see it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I think at the end of the day, jiu-jitsu, because it has all these, you know, submissions and every chokes and all that, I still think jiu-jitsu is superior. Like once it gets to a certain point. If
there's no like time limit, jiu-jitsu is gonna win.
Yeah.
You know.
But I tell you what, wrestlers are hard to deal with. Like if it's hard to change the gears like a wrestler does. You know what I mean? Like a wrestler's, man, it's important to be a complete fighter. You have to have wrestling, at least some wrestling background.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's especially in the fight, as far as takedowns, moving around on the ground. You know what I mean? Controlling someone there's just jiu-jitsu only covers so much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, especially in something that involves striking.
Yeah,
because you don't want to like pull guard in an MMA fight. I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little dangerous.
On top of being dangerous, you lose points too, or it looks bad to the rest.
Yeah, true too. Like, that's also true. I never thought about that.
You know, like if you pull guard and then they jump on top, and even though you're better off the ground than you know he is, if somehow he gets out of any submission that you try, it's gonna look like you just kind of laid on your back in the wrestling.
Yeah,
you know
or like maybe he was controlling you.
Yeah.
The judges don't know shit.
Yeah,
the judges don't know
nothing. Yeah. So, because you're they always tell us like when we're getting ready for a fight, like don't pull guard or don't don't do anything like that, because unless you're very very confident that you know, try not to get in that position. Plus, you don't want to be on bottom. Yeah, because they could still land punches.
I also just kind of feel like a major thing too is I feel like wrestling, it seems to be like a very good base.
Oh, solid.
You know what I mean? Like solid, if you look at the champions, what we got Khabib, Volkanovski, even freaking Petr Yan. Well, his was like Sambo, but still.
Usman was a wrestler.
Usman was a huge wrestler. Freaking even Tyron Woodley before him. All John Jones, Stipe Miocic, all wrestlers.
Yeah, wrestling. Yeah, dude.
I feel like it's like that's like I don't know. I feel like it's enough, especially getting you to climb up.
Yeah.
Like in your fights, because you know what I mean. Like if you can't go for the knockout, or you're not like a submission specialist, you could at least control them.
Yeah,
for a fight.
Exactly.
Because like with you, what was like the most frustrating thing having to deal with in a fight?
As far as like what I personally dealt with, the most stressful or the most difficult thing to deal with is the not the anxiety but the anxious, like, because you want to go in there like, they ring the bell and you want to go in, you know what I mean? As far as because I only had 3 fights. I'm not gonna act like I was a super huge, you know what I mean? It was very hard to bring your levels down, you know what I mean?
I can imagine, because it's
because you want to, you see them throw a punch and your first reaction is, go for the kill. So you gotta learn. I learned that my second fight, because my first fight, it was just kind of like we were just slugging it out, and it was just like I was exhausted at the end of that fight because it was just, you know what I mean. We were going at it for like I think it was they said that they were saying it was the best fight of the night because the whole 3 rounds were just dope. Like yeah, the whole 3 rounds were there was not one point where we were just like standing there and we were just going at it, so we were just used all our wind. My second fight, we started off just you even hear the announcer. There was like no feeling each other out. It was just going at it, and then once we got past that like first stage, I was like, okay, I got to remember to relax. And then little by little, I started kind of chasing him down. But yeah, okay. As far as like what to deal with it, what's hard to deal with. As far as what is, geez, I'm all tongue. As far as what's hard to deal with from another fighter, I would say wrestling because my third fight was a wrestler, and that dude like, he didn't really have an edge on. I remember hitting him a couple times and just his eyes getting bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it wasn't so much that like that I had him out or anything. He just didn't. You could tell he didn't like that. But